Welcome to all of you company and camp registrars. Thank you for tuning in to this registrar training session. My name is Harriet Rasmussen, and I have been the ISDUP registrar since April. As I have been processing the applications for DUP membership, I have noticed some things I would like to bring to your attention. For the most part, this stems from applications that had to be returned for a variety of reasons. Your position as registrar is so important, ensuring that applications are accurate and won't have to be returned. And as the company registrar is often the last person to see the application and mail it to ISDUP, I am asking for your help in reviewing each one before it comes to me. Let's begin by looking at the ISDUP website. And as you know, this can be accessed going to isdup.org. I hope you click in regularly to this site and just peruse through and click on items that you might want to further read about. An important one is the bulletin. Every month a bulletin comes up on the website. This one happens to be for June. If you click on it, there might be information in there that you as a registrar could use, or always points of interest. Let's pull up the registrar sites that are of interest to you, and that is under leadership. I have coined an acronym for this site, and that is RTC, your Registrar Training Center. Here is the camp officer information. If you click on it and go to registrar, the camp registrars will be able to see step by step what will help them in reviewing the applications. The company officer information is very similar, and that's the one that we will look at more thoroughly. So I went to leadership, down to company officer information, and click on registrar. We're not going to read every part of this. As introduction, the company registrar is responsible for receiving new applications for membership from camp registrars, checking them for accuracy and completeness, and forwarding them to ISDUP. As you know, any woman is eligible for membership in this organization who is over the age of 18 and is a legal descendant of an ancestor who came to Utah or was born there before the completion of the railroad, May 10th, 1869. That date should be ingrained in our brains. Please ask applicants to use the online application. If you have older versions in your file or in your DUP bag, throw them out and encourage applicants to use the online version. I received an old one last week. In fact, it was the same version that I used when I joined DUP in 1974. It didn't even ask for a phone number or email. So throw those old ones out. See that the application is properly filled out, endorsed and verified, sign it, and then obtain the company president's signature prior to sending it to ISDUP registrar. Please do not assume it is correct just because someone gave it to you and you can see that it's filled out. Don't just assume it's correct and sign it, but proofread it and go over the many items that are there. We will go to the actual application in just a moment. I want to utilize the following checklist when submitting application to ISDUP. Inspect each section for accuracy and legibility. Check to be sure the camp and company names are spelled correctly. Check for the full name of the applicant. Check for the applicant's husband, parents, and children. And check to see if the information of a direct line pioneer ancestor is provided. And at this point, I would like to go to the application itself. And that can be found on the home page, Join DUP, or Forms, Registrar. And you can click on the application form and also the application instructions. We'll click on the membership application form. If a woman is applying as a member at large, she would click this box here, and then she would not fill out camp or company, which means that she's applying at a member at large and will not be participating at the camp and company level. Everything is just fill in the first name, a middle name, a maiden name, current last names, and other married names, beginning with the most recent, their mailing address and city and state. The 4-digit extension is very important because we get a rate with the Postal Service. And so if they have that, put it in there. Now, if you fill out an application, or if you start the application process on this first page, it will automatically fill in that person's name on the following pages. Or if it doesn't, for whatever reason, make sure it's filled in at the top. Now, here's what I really wanted to talk to you about. A woman joins DUP because she has a direct line ancestor who came to Utah before the railroad. And the person whose name she's using should be in this position, the A position. She can fill out all these others if she'd like, but the important one is the ancestor she's using to prove that she is eligible. On this page 3, she will fill out her father and mother, her 4 grandparents, and then one of those grandparents will need to appear here and continue back on the pedigree chart until that person is found as the direct line ancestor. The third place that name needs to be is the brief history. So once again, 3 places. The place on the direct line ancestry chart, even though she has filled in others, that's just fine. Make the first one the direct line ancestor she's using to prove her eligibility. That person will also need to appear on the pedigree chart, and that person will also be the person that she writes a brief history on. Let's go to the 4th page, the 4th and last page. This is a legal document, and so it's important that when the applicant signs this, after she's read the pledge, the witnesses see her sign this. They are not notaries, but they are witnesses to a legal document signature. And then the camp captain signs it, the camp registrar signs it, and sends it to the company registrar, who makes sure the company president signs it. The registrar signs it and fills in her address along with a 4-digit zip code. The registration fee is $5. The membership fee is $15 for a total of $20. Let's go back to the Let's go back to the leadership, company, officer, information, registrar. And those items that I brought to your attention, the direct line, the pedigree chart, and the brief history are included there. I just wanted to go over those because that is often where the errors occur. And then everything is mailed to the ISDUP registrar here in Salt Lake City. Here are some important things to go over as well. Under submitting application and fees, if the application is submitted in May, June, July, or August, the $15 ISDUP annual dues will be applied to the upcoming DUP year. If the application is submitted before May, those dues will have been applied to the current year. ISDUP approves and processes the application and then prepares and mails welcome papers, the original application, the membership card to the new member. ISDUP mails the certificate of membership back to the company registrar, who signs it and also obtains the company president's signature. The company registrar then forwards the certificate to the camp registrar, and who will give it to the camp captain to be presented at a meeting. Replacement certificates or membership cards may be obtained. There is a $1 fee for the new certificate and $1 mailing fee. If it is the error of me at ISDUP and the certificate needs to be replaced, there is no charge. And then this flow chart just helps you understand how the application is treated by the camp, by the company, and by the ISDUP registrar. So that's a good thing to look at. One thing that I have noted and will ask, please do not use tape or staples in sending in a check or the papers. They do not need to be stapled when they are in an envelope. And also, for your information, an applicant can check if they are eligible for DUP. I mean, I think most of us know that we are, but to confirm that, there is a database, the Overland Pioneer Travel Database, and an applicant can go in there and confirm that their ancestor came to Utah prior to the railroad. I think that is everything I wanted to talk to you about. If you have other questions, or I wish we were meeting face to face and I could answer your questions, but you can always contact me at registrar@isdup.org or call the, let's go back and look at it. Contact us right here on the home page. There is the general number, and my extension is 213, or registrar@isdup.org. Thank you so much for tuning in to this training today. I really do appreciate your assistance as new daughters are added to this grand organization. Thank you.